Good evening, everyone. Can you all hear me now? Please respond. All right. Great. So let's start the session. We'll be starting with today multinomial theorem. All right. Easy topic, not a very difficult one. And why I'm saying it is easy, probably you'll understand by the end of this lecture. All right. Now, so the multinomial theorem describes how to expand the power of a sum of more than two terms. In binomial, there are only two terms. So binomial we'll talk later, maybe tomorrow. Okay. So it is basically the generalization of the binomial theorem to polynomials with any number of terms. Number of terms can be 2, 3, 4. Like, let me start with a very simple question to explain this funda. I need to find out the coefficient of a raised to power 4, b square, c cube, d raised to power 5 in the expansion of a plus b plus c plus d raised to power 14. So, what is the coefficient of this? Now, before I move to the coefficient, or can anyone tell me what is the coefficient of this? Okay, now just here. We all know how to spell. If there are two terms, then most of us we know. Like if I say a square plus b square or a plus b whole square. All right. So if I say that is a plus b whole square, we all know the formula that is a square, okay, plus 2ab plus b square, isn't it? If I say what is the value formula for a plus b whole cube, it's expansion. So we all know that is equal to a cube plus 3a square b and plus 3ab square and plus b cube. Now this is the expansion of a plus b whole cube and so on. So how do we get this term? If you look at here, we know the formula by multiplying it here. Now can I say a plus b whole cube? It can be written as nothing but a plus b whole cube, which is equal to a plus b into a plus b into a plus b. Okay, a plus b into a plus b into a plus b. Now, so from here I can say a plus b into a plus b into a plus b. Now, and I need to multiply here. So if I need the coefficient of, let's say for example, if I need the coefficient of a square b. So a square b means a two times and b one times. So a two times. So a I can get it from the first two bracket. Yes or no? From here I will get a, and from here if I get a and if I multiply by b, I'll get a square b. This term it is equal to a square b. Or I can say this is a and then this is equal to b and a. From out of these three brackets, you can think in this way, out of these three brackets, from two of the brackets we need a and from one of the brackets we need b. So I can say a b a, this is nothing but that is equal to a square b. Or from the first bracket if I pick b and from the other two bracket I pick a, and if I multiply this then I'll get another a square b. So how many times we have got a square b? Nothing but three times. And that's the reason that we have the coefficient of a square b is nothing but that is equal to 3. Is that part clear to all of you? Please tell me, yes or no. So what is happening here? I can say from out of the three brackets, from two of the brackets we need a and two of the where. So two a's and b. So these three objects, it can, if I'm talking about here, these three objects can arrange themselves in how many ways? That is factorial 3 upon factorial 2. Like 2a and 1b. So total number of arrangement, they can arrange themselves upon factorial 3 upon factorial 2, which will be comes out to be equal to 3. And that's the reason the coefficient is 3. Is that just basically it is nothing but the arrangement of 2a and 1b. So these 2a and b, it can be arranged themselves in three ways. So that's why we are getting the coefficient of here 3. Any doubt? Or I can say from three of the bracket, out of these three brackets, from two of the brackets we need a. So which two bracket? That is 3c2. And from one of the bracket we need b. So into 1c1. And that is equal to nothing but that is 3. Any doubts to anyone now? Okay. Another thing also which is very important. So when I'm saying that is a plus b whole cube. Okay, a plus b whole cube. So if I expand that is a plus b whole cube in general, can we say that all the terms it will be in the form of a into nothing but that is a raised to power x into b raised to power y? Please tell me the general term it will be some coefficient into a raised to power x into b plus y. Like here in the first case, and the sum of the power, that is x plus y, it must be equal to 3. The sum of the power, it must be equal to x plus y, which is equal to 3. So you can say the possibility is x equal to 0, or I'd say, let's say x is equal to 1, or x is equal to 3, y is equal to 0, x is equal to 2, y is equal to 1, x is equal to 0, y is equal to 2, and here it is not 2 1, this is 1 and 2, and this is equal to 3 0. Oh, I'll write down that rather 0 3. So how many ways? That there are 4 ways. So if there are 4 ways, that's the reason that this equation has got how many terms? 1, 2, 3, 4. The total number of terms is 4. So x is 3, y is 0. So I'll get nothing but here x is 3 and y is equal to 0 means what? I'll get nothing but that is a cube. Alright, that is the first term, that is equal to a cube b raised to power 0. Then this is this case here. Then for 2 and 1, it means a square into b. 1 and 2 means ab square, and the last case, that is nothing but 0 3, that means a raised to power 0 and b raised to. And these are the 4 terms which you can see here. First term is a cube, then a square into b, and then 3 ab square, and this one. So the total number of terms is basically nothing but the number of ways in which the sum of the power, that is x plus y, it can be equal to 3. Alright, is that clear to all of you? And any power can be equal to 0 also. So which means, can I say I basically need to find out the non-negative integral solution? Yes or no? We need to find out the non-negative integral solution. So now let's move ahead. Now tell me, all of you, what is the answer of this question? Question number 1. Find the coefficient of a raised to power 4 b cube square c cube into d raised to power 5. Now tell me, all of you, what is the answer here? You do not need to tell me the exact answer in terms of factorial or in terms of c also, you can tell me the answer. So power is 14, so which means that is a plus b plus c plus d. Okay, into a plus b plus c plus d, and I need to multiply this how many times? That is basically 14 times. Yes or no? That is a plus b plus c plus d. So I need to multiply 14 times. So there are 14 brackets. In other way, we can say that there are 14 brackets. Alright. So I say there are 14 brackets. So out of these 14 brackets, we need a 4 times. So we need a 4 times. So a, and a, and a. We need b how many? 2 times. So b and b. We need the power of c to be 3. So c we need 3 times. And d, power of d is 5. So I can write down d how many times? That is 5 times. And the number of ways in which they can be arranged, that is going to be the coefficient. So in how many ways I can arrange this? 14 objects, I can say factorial 14 upon. Okay, nothing but that is factorial 4, factorial 2, factorial 3, and factorial 5. Or I can say out of 14 brackets, we need 4 brackets for A. So 14 C4 into. From the remaining 10 brackets, we need to pick 2 B's. So 10 C2. And from the remaining 10 bracket, that is 8 bracket, we need to pick 3 C. So 8 C3 and into 5 C5. So this is the answer. Can I move to the next slide? And we know that after solving this, we always get the equation like this, which we had seen in permutation combination in front of groupings. So can I move to the next question? Please tell me now. Now tell me, what is the answer for this question? Find the total number of terms in the expansion of a plus b plus c plus d raised to power 14. Find the total number of terms in the expansion of this. So when I expand this, what is the general term? So if I write down the general term of this, it will be nothing but some coefficient k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z into d raised to power nothing but that is w. But the sum of all the power x plus y plus z plus w, it must be equal to 14. And I need to find out the number of non-negative integral solutions. Okay, non-negative integral solutions. So the answer is what? That is 14 plus 17C3, or I can say factorial 17 by factorial 14 into factorial 3. Non-negative integral solutions, that is always equal to n plus r minus 1 cr minus 1, or you can use partition approach. 4 variables, so I need 3 partitions. So 14 plus 7, 14 plus 3, 17. So 17 C3 or this. Any doubts to anyone now? No. So I hope that it is clear how to find the number of terms and these things here. Now, let's move to the next part. So this is the general formula. All right. So I'm moving to the next question now. There is not necessary to mug up these formulas. Now tell me, what is the number of distinct terms in the expansion of a plus b plus c raised to power 20? What is the number of distinct terms in the expansion of this? I need to find out the total number of terms. Okay, Rohan is saying 210, option 4. Anyone else? Option 1. Meher is saying option 1. All right. So, general term, it is going to be k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z. But the sum of all the power, that is x plus y plus z, it must be equal to 20. So answer is 22C2. And 22C2 is equal to 22 into 21 by 2. So that is 11 into 21, which is equal to 231. So the correct answer is definitely option 1. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. No. All right. This was asking at 2008. All right. So this question was asking at 2008. So can I move to the next question now? Yes, please tell me. All right. क्यों होगा 22 C2 की value 22 into 21 by 30? I've written it directly. If you want to write down in terms of factorial, लिख लो, उसे cancel करके यही आएगा finally. Do I need to do all these calculations? नहीं. All right. So let's move to the next question then. Try this, all of you. Question number 4. What is the coefficient of x to the power 5 raised to and c raised to power 9? I need to know this domain. All right. So the sum of power is 15 plus 15. Okay, that is equal to up down. So and okay. A minute. Am I audible? Please respond. Yes, teacher. So it is simply equal to the total reach is 20. So 20 factorial upon we need a 5 times. So factorial 5. Okay. We need factorial 5. Power of B is 6, so factorial 6. And power of C is 9, so I can say factorial 9 and so on. So can I move to the next question? Please respond. Yes. Recording is happening. Okay. All right. So try this question. Question number 4. Sorry, question number 5. If the total number of terms in the expansion is 45, then what is the value of n? Nine, 10. Okay. Now, what is the general term? The general term, it is nothing but that is k into x raised to power a into minus 2y raised to power b into 3z raised to power c. Okay. But we know that the power, the sum of the power a plus b plus c, it must be equal to 45. Yes or no? Sorry, a plus b plus c, it must be equal to n. Alright. So I can say that the value of a plus b plus c, it must be equal to n. So what is a non-negative integral solution? I can say that is n plus 2 c2. Alright. So it is n plus 2 c2, and n plus 2 c2, that is equal to 45. Alright. So n plus 2 c2, that is equal to 45. So I think we all know that 10 c2 equal to 45. We have solved so many questions. We know that 10 c2 is always equal to 45, isn't it? Okay, or I can say this is n plus 2 into n plus 1 by 2, which is equal to 45. And you can solve it. This is n plus 2 into n plus 1, which is equal to 90, which is 10 into 9. Product of two consecutive numbers. So n is equal to 8. Any doubts to anyone now? No. So can I move to the next question? Try this. Find the total number of terms in the expansion of this series. $45. We'll see that. Now, tell me step by step, all of you. What is the number of terms in a plus b plus c raised to power 8? What is the total number of terms in a plus b plus c raised to power 8? That is equal to 10c2. So I can say that is 10c2, which is equal to 45. Perfect. Now tell me what is the number of terms in a plus b minus c raised to power 8. Again, number of terms will remain same. That is 10c2, which is equal to 45. But tell me one thing. In this case, a plus b plus c raised to power 8. Can I say all the terms are positive? All terms are positive? Yes or no? But what about in the second one? Whether all the terms are positive or not? No. Few terms will, and when there is negative, and since if I'm adding these two, now remember both of them are same, A, B, C, A, B, C. So can you say some of the terms will get cancelled? Please tell me yes or no. Some of the two terms will, okay. So here I need to find out how many negative terms are there. Out of 45, how many terms are there which are negative? Alright? Because all those terms, negative and positive, it will get cancelled. So can you guys tell me that how many terms in the second one it is negative? So let's see here how many terms it is negative that we need to calculate. Alright. So here the value of a plus b plus c, I can say that is a plus b minus c. Alright. That is equal to power 8. If general term, it is equal to k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into minus c raised to power z. So I can say this will be equal to nothing but that will be equal to minus 1 raised to power z into k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z. Okay. Now when will be this entire expression will be negative? Tell me. Can I say if z is odd, if z is odd, if z is an odd number, then in that case it will be negative. We'll get a negative term. C minus c means what? Minus 1, na? Minus 1 into c, so minus 1 raised to power z. Okay. So if z is odd, then only we'll get a negative term. So basically, we need to solve the equation that is, Rohan, can you hear me? That is x plus y plus z, which is equal to 8. Alright. And we know that the z is nothing but that is odd. So x is x, y is equal to y, and z must be odd number. So I can say z is equal to 2k plus 1, which is equal to 8. Alright. Now even if k is 0, z is always odd number. So now I need to solve the equation x plus y plus k. It will be equal to nothing but that will be equal to 7. Sorry, x plus y plus 2k. All right. So x plus y plus 2k, it is equal to nothing but that is 7. Or I can say x plus y, it is equal to 7 minus 2k. All right. So x plus y is equal to 7 minus 2k. Now, depending upon the values of k, we can find out how many solutions are there. So, how many solutions are there? If number of solutions, so I'm writing it directly as we have done lots of questions like this in PNC. So, number of solutions when k is equal to 0, x plus y is equal to 7. So, when k is equal to 0, x plus y is equal to 7. So, how many solutions this equation has got? That is 8. Perfect. 8C1 because sum of two variable is 7. So, I can say 8C1. When k is equal to 1, how many solutions will get? 7 minus 2 is 5. So, x plus y equal to 5. That is 6. When k is equal to 2, 2 into 2 is 4. So 7 minus 4, 3. So x plus y is equal to 3. X plus y equal to 3. How many solutions? That is 4. Can I still get a pattern? Then it will be 2. That's it. Any other possibility? K is equal to 3. Yes or no? So 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus is equal to 12. Okay. So 8 plus 6 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 20. All right. So there are 20 terms which are negative. Anupam, x plus y is equal to 7 minus 2k. If k is equal to 0, if k is equal to 0, I'll get x plus y equal to 7. So x plus y equal to 7, total number of solution is 8. Sum of two variable is 7, so I need to make one partition. So 7 plus 1 is 8. So I can say 8C1. If k is equal to 2, then I'll get 6. If k is equal to 3, then I'll get 4. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3. So maximum k can be equal to 4. So when k is equal to 4, k is equal to 3, I'll get x plus y is equal to 6. So there will be only two solutions, 0 plus 6 and 6 plus 0. Is that clear now, all of you? Anupam, Garima and everyone? Yes? So there are 20 terms which are negative. Okay, there are 20 terms which are negative. So what is the answer? The answer will be equal to nothing but that is 45 minus 20. So which basically means that the 20 terms will be cancelled. All right, 20 terms will be cancelled. So the answer is nothing but that is 25. Any doubts to anyone now? 70, why 70? Why 70? Meher and Sai, why 70? Please tell me. Remember the like terms it will be get added now because the coefficient is going to be same. So all the like terms like a raised to power 8 from here, a raised to power 8 from here. So these are not two terms. Guys, remember we do not need to add. For example, if I got in the first term, I got a raised to power 8, second also a raised to power 8. So these two terms, as the coefficients are same, so these two terms will be get added. So that will be only one term, not two different terms. Clear now? Any doubts to anyone? Okay, all the like terms, miss, I'm talking about like a raised to power 8, b raised to power 7 from first, and a raised to power 8 and b raised to power 7 from the second. Both of them will be get added. So that will be one term. All right. Now, try this question number 7, all of you. So there are 20 like terms which will get cancelled. There will be only 20 like terms which will be get cancelled, not positive. So 20 यहाँ पे जो positive होंगे and the same like terms it will be negative. So there will be 20 terms which will be get cancelled. So that's why 45 minus 20 which is 25. Is that clear now? Any other doubt, Karima? Any? Yeah. All right. Try this, all of you. In this case, we need to find out the number of positive terms. The same approach you need to follow. Please try. Now, the general term here, it is k into a raised to power x, all right, into minus b raised to power y into minus c raised to power z. Okay. So if I solve this, it will be comes out to be nothing but k into or minus 1 raised to power y plus z, isn't it? Minus b raised to power y, so minus 1 raised to power y plus z. Sorry, the power is y plus z. Okay, and into, I can say into k into a raised to power x into b raised to power y into c raised to power z. So we know that the value of this x plus y plus z, that is definitely equal to 2009. And if I need to find out the number of terms to be positive, so what about y plus z? Y plus z, whether it should be positive, whether it should be even or odd, even. So basically we know that the value of y plus z, it must be an even number. Okay, it must be an even number. So y plus z, it is an even number. So I can say y plus z is an even number. So what about x? Whether x should be even number or odd number? Tell me. It has to be odd because 2009 and 2009 is an odd number. So if y plus z is an even number, so x must be an odd number. So I can say x is nothing but it is odd number. So I just put a restriction that x is an odd number and y plus z, it has to be an even number. Alright, so I'll take here x should be odd. So I'll take x is equal to nothing but that is 2k plus 1. Okay, or I can simply write down that is y plus z, it is equal to nothing. Y plus z, it is equal to nothing but 2009 minus x, and x must be odd number. Okay, x must be odd number. So if x is equal to 1, how many solutions are there? If I say x is equal to 1, so how many solutions I'll get? Y plus z, which is equal to 2008, and y plus z is equal to 2008. So how many solutions are there? Can I say the number of solutions will be 2009 C1, which is equal to 2009? And we'll get a pattern. I'm writing down step by step now. Okay, if x is equal to 2, no, x is equal to 3. So y plus z, it is equal to 2006. So what is the total number of solution? That is going to be equal to 2007 C1, which is equal to 2007, and so on. Okay, so what is the total number of solutions? So the number of solutions, or I can say, okay, what is the number of solutions for this equation? That is going to be equal to 2009 plus 2007 and plus 2006, sorry, 2005 and so on till 1. So this is the sum of all the odd numbers. How many terms are there? Can anyone tell me what is the total number of terms here? No, not. These are all the odd numbers. All the odd numbers from 1 to 2009. How many odd numbers are there? I think 1005. Yes or no? Yes or no? There are 1005 numbers till 2010. Till 2010, half of them will be odd, half of them will be even. So 1005 numbers. And sum of first n odd number. What is the sum of first n odd number? Can anyone tell me? It is always equal to n square. Like 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 up to n numbers. Sum of first n odd natural numbers, it is always equal to n square. So I can say this is equal to nothing but the total sum is 1005 square. Okay, 1005 square. So What is the answer of this question? The answer is nothing, but that is equal to 1005 square. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. This question was asked in CAT 2009 in my paper. Alright. So any doubts to anyone? Can I move to the next slide? हाउ आई इट ना, अगर मुझे ये नंबर ऑफ पॉजिटिव टर्म्स चाहिए जतिन, तो y प्लस जेड माइनस वन का पावर ऑड होना चाहिए या इवन होना चाहिए? प्लीज टेल मी व्हाट्स अबाउट द माइनस वन प्लस टू पावर. हाउ कैन आई गेट अ पॉजिटिव टर्म? Even na, so that's why y plus z should be even, then only I'll get all the terms to be positive. Okay, so any doubt? If you want only negative terms, then y plus z should be odd, then y plus z should be odd. Okay, can I move to the next slide now? Minus 1 raised to power even number is always positive, and minus 1 raised to power odd number is always negative. Now try this. Now you need to find out the total number of terms in the expansion. Okay, let's see here. Ankur. I think that's right. Now, first of all, what is the number of terms? Let me write down step by step. Number of terms in x plus y plus z raised to power 2006. Please tell me. What is the total number of terms? 2008 C2. All right. Now, similarly, we know that the number of terms in x minus y minus z raised to power 2006, it is also equal to 2008 C2. But here all terms are positive. All terms are positive. But here few terms will be negative, so they will cancel each other. So I'll say the general term, that is x minus y minus z raised to power 2006, that is equal to k, some constant, into x raised to power a into minus y raised to power b into minus z raised to power c. Okay, and this value, it will be equal to nothing but a plus b plus c, it is equal to 2006. Or I can further tell you that this is minus 1 raised to power b plus c. Yes or no? Because minus y raised to power b and minus z raised to power c. So, and into then you can say that is a into x raised to power a into y raised to power b into z raised to power c. And if I need to find out the negative terms, so this implies that b plus c, it must be an odd. Any doubts to anyone till this step? Tell me. And we know that a plus b plus c, it is equal to 2006. And if b plus c, it is equal to odd number, what about a? Whether it should be odd or even? A should be also odd, then only the sum of the two odd number is even numbers. A is also an odd number. B plus C even, अगर B plus C even होता है तो पॉजिटिव हो जाएगा ना? Okay, Mohi, then it will be positive. I need the negative numbers. All the negative terms will be get cancelled. All right. So in this case, I can say this implies that B plus C is equal to nothing but 2006 minus A. So what is the number of terms? Number of negative terms. So number of negative terms. When A is equal to 1, I get 2006. Like B plus C will be equal to 2005. So if B plus C it is equal to 2005, then the number of solution is 2006 plus. Okay. When A is equal to 3, I'll get that will be equal to 2004 and so on till how much that is 2. So these are 1003 even numbers. Yes or no? These are 1003 even numbers. Am I right? Or you can take out 2 as a common. Not 2005. If it is equal to A is equal to 1, then B plus C is equal to 2006. So B plus C is equal to 2006. So two variables I need to make, sorry, B plus C is equal to 2005. I need to make one partition. So 2005 plus 1, 2006, C1. Okay, which is equal to 2006. Okay, so 2 is common and then I can say 1003 plus 1002 and so on till 1. Okay, so that is 2 into sum of first 1003 natural number, that is 1003 into 1004. Okay, 1003 into 1004 by 2, which is equal to 1003 into 1004. Any doubts to anyone now till this step? Garima, just tell me one thing ना. अब मेरे पास एक equation है that the x plus y it is equal to 2005. Can you tell me how many solutions are there for this equation? Tell me. What is the total number of non-negative integral solution? 2006. So this is what I have written here, 2006. Clear now? And A is an odd number. क्यों भूल जाते हो बार बार? A is an odd number. So next I need to put A equal to 3. And if A is equal to 3, it means 2003. Sum of number is equal to 2003. So the answer is 2004. Clear now to all of you? Okay. So what is the answer? The answer of this question, it will be simply equal to 2008 C2 minus 1003 into 1004. And once your understanding is there, do not need to write so many things. You can do it orally in fact. So these solutions we can read it orally. Can we move to the next slide? Please tell me now. All right, guys. So try this question number 9. Find the coefficient of x cube into y raised to power 4 into z square in the expansion of this. No. Now we need x how many times? 3 times. Yes or no? Power of x is 3. So can I say that is 2x into 2x into 2x? Please tell me yes or no. Power of y is 4. So minus 3y into minus 3y into minus 3y into minus 3y. And power of z is 2. So into 4z into 4z. Yes or no? So total, in how many ways I can arrange them? If I multiply all of them, total, how many ways I can arrange them? That is equal to factorial 9 by factorial 3 into factorial 4 into factorial 2 into 2 is multiplied 3 times. So I'll say that is 2. This term, it is getting multiplied 4 times. So into minus 3 raised to power 4. Okay, and 4z, it is multiplied 2 times. So into 4 square. And into what? That is x cube y raised to power 4 into z square. यही आएगा. So what is the answer? The answer is the product of these terms here. So the answer, if you solve this, you will get 3, 2, 6, 5, 9, 2, 0. And that will be the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. Now, till now, on all the questions, the coefficient was what? But the coefficients can be different. So we same approach, but these coefficients will get multiplied now. Okay. So should I move to the next slide? Next question. All right. Try question number 10. Okay. Now, same logic here. A is 2 times. So I can say A into A. All right. All right. Then B 3 times. So I say minus B into minus B into minus B. And C 4 times. So minus C into minus C into minus C into minus C. And D only 1 time. So factorial 10 upon factorial 2 into factorial 3 into factorial 4. But here, if I'm multiplying minus 1 3 times, yes or no? So minus 1 is to power 3. And here minus 1, how many times? 4 times. So into minus 1 raised to power 4. So that you need to be careful. So answer will be negative, isn't it? That is minus 12,600. That will be the answer. So carrying on to the next slide now. Try this question number 11. Find the number of terms in the expansion of this. Okay, I can write down this as what? That is equal to x plus 3y into 3x minus y whole raised to power 6. Is that clear to all of you? This power 2, you can take it outside, so it will be comes out to be whole raised to power 6 here. So this is equal to how much? That is 3x square plus 8xy minus 3y square. Okay, 3y square. This is what I'll get raised to power 6. Yes, that is 3x minus y. That's right. 3x minus y. So Now I can say this will be equal to what? The general term, it will be equal to k into 3x square raised to power a, then into 8xy raised to power b, and minus 3y square raised to power c. So the value of a plus b plus c, it must be equal to 6. So how many solutions? That is 8c2, which is equal to 28. So that is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? Please respond, all of you. No. So just say, Bhaskar. First of all, take the power 2 outside. So I'll get power 6. 3 into 2 is 6. And here x plus 3y into 3x minus y. So multiply these two and solve it. You cannot say that there are 4 terms. Some of the terms will be cancelled or it will be added. So these are the 3 different terms. That is 3x square plus 8xy minus 3y square is to power 6. So this is the general term. But the sum of all the power, it will be always equal to 6. So sum of 3 variable is equal to 6. So I need to make 2 participants. So answer is 832. Clear now? Try this. The question is find the number of terms as well as coefficient of x to the power 5. What is the total number of terms? Please tell me. No. Now, number of terms is not 9. See to now just here. Here, okay, there are 3 terms present inside the bracket. But all the 3 terms, the variable is x. So each of them are depending upon each other. Whereas in the previous, all the questions, it was different. Like A, B, C or X, Y, Z. Okay. So if I add all the powers, remember a lot of the terms will be get cancelled here. So not cancelled, it will like terms I'll get here. So tell me one thing here. What is the minimum power of x I'll get here? If I open this, what is the minimum power of x which I'll get here? 0. एक तो term 1 आएगा ना? And what is the maximum power of x I'll get here? What is the maximum power of x I'll get here? Please tell me. 14. So minimum power, you are seeing x equal to 1 aega, maximum power 14. So don't you think the number of terms has to be 15 only? I'll definitely get one of the term as a constant, yes or no? So when I'm saying the number of terms, okay, that is equal to 1. Yes or no? Then there will be 1 will be present, isn't it? X raised to power 1 will be present, x square will be present, and the maximum x raised to power 14 will be present. Yes or no? So what is the total number of terms? So this implies nothing but there are only 15 terms. Why? The reason is here because all the terms are in terms of variable x only. So otherwise, had it been something like a plus b plus c raised to power 7, then you could have told me the answer is 9c2, which is 36. Because in that case, if I multiply b into c, I'll get bc. Or if I multiply a into c, I'll get ac. But here x into x square, it is equal to x cube. Or this raised to power 2 into, or this raised to power 3 into 1, again I'll get x cube. So all the like terms will be get added. A lot of like terms will be there. Because there is a one constant term. ना इसमें x का power क्या है? What is the power of x in the 1? Can you tell me, Jatin? What is the power of x in the 1? 0. So that's the minimum power of x is 0. So in general, always remember if it is 1 plus x square plus x cube and so on till x raised to power n into raised to power k. In this case, the number of terms, it is always equal to n into k. All right. So any doubts to anyone now, please respond. All right. Now let's move to the next slide then. Okay. Here also I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 5. Yes or no? We also need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 5. Same logic here. whatever we have done. So there are 7 brackets. So we need to look for a combination. Yes, that's right. N into k plus 1. Yes, that's right. N into k plus 1. You can add 1 also. All right. So n into k plus 1. Now I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 5. All right. So let's see a coefficient of x raised to power 5. So how can I get coefficient of x raised to power 5? So can we say we are multiplying how many brackets? There are 7 brackets, isn't it? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Maximum power of x is 2. So I can say I'll get x square, x square, x square. And from 4 of the brackets, 1, 1, 1. Okay. So how many arrangement in how many ways? Okay, I need x to power 5. Sorry. मैंने गलत लिख दिया. From 2 of the brackets, I can take x square, and from 1 of the bracket, I'll take x. Then if I multiply this, I'll get x to power 5. So how many terms? What is the total number of ways in which it can be arranged? That is factorial 7 by factorial 2 into factorial 4. Is that clear? Please tell me. Okay. Now, other ways, how can I get power 5? I'll say x square, and then x and x and x, and there are 4, 3 terms are 1. So in that case, the total arrangement is factorial 7 by factorial 3 into factorial 3. X is repeating 3 times, 1 is repeating 3 times. And I think there is one more case, that is x, 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 and x. 5 times I am getting x. From 2 of 5 of the bracket, I will get x, and 2 of the bracket, 1 and 1. So I'll say that is equal to factorial 7 by factorial 5 up to factorial 2. Add all of them. So if I add all of them, that is factorial 7 by factorial 2 into factorial 4 plus factorial 7 by factorial 3 into factorial 3 plus factorial 7 by factorial 5 into factorial 2. If you solve this, you'll get the answer as 266, which is the answer. Any doubts to anyone, please tell me now. So these are the 3 possible ways to get the power 7. Okay. Now, there is one more method to find out the coefficient. Okay. Method 2. So by writing the general term. So we all know that the general term in the expansion of 1 plus x square raised to power 7. What is the general term? That is k into 1 raised to power a into x raised to power b into x square raised to power c. So which is basically, it is nothing but k into x raised to power b plus 2c. And we know that a plus b plus c, the sum of all the power, it has to be equal to how much? The sum of all the power a plus b plus c, it must be equal to 7. And the value of b plus 2c, it is equal to 5. And the question, it is talking about the coefficient of power, x is 5. So b plus 2c is equal to 5. And solve these 2 equations and tell me what are the possible values of a, b, and c. Okay. So you can start solving. All of them are integers. So if I take c is equal to 0, it will be easy. From the second, those variable, so c is equal to 0, so I'll get b is equal to 5. And b is equal to 5, so a must be equal to 2. Next case, if I take c is equal to 1, if c is equal to 1, so 5 minus 2, b is equal to 3. If b is equal to 3, this means a is equal to how much? 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 3, 7. And if c is equal to 2, maximum value of c is equal to 2, then b is equal to 1 and a is equal to 4. So in this case, I need to arrange also, no? That is 2, 5, 0. 2, 5, and 0. So what is the total number of arrangement? That is factorial 7 by factorial 2 into factorial 5. Psi, I need to find out the coefficient of x to power 5. And in the expansion, I am getting the coefficient of x as b raised plus 2c. And power of x, we need 5. So it means b plus 2c must be equal to 5. Clear now? Okay. Similarly, 3, 3, 1. So 3 terms. Means a is 3. It means I am taking 1 3 times and x 3 times and x square only 1 times. So x square one times, and this is the second case which we have done basically. So in this case, the total arrangement, that is factorial 7 by factorial 3 into factorial 3. And the last case, a is 4, means 1 will be repeating 4 times. Yes or no? B is 1, so x will be repeating 1, and x square, it will be repeating 2 times. That is the first case. So that is factorial 7 by factorial 2 into factorial 4. And if you add all of them again, I'll get the answer as 266. And that is the answer. So any doubts to anyone in any of these two approaches? Okay. So I found this first method approach quite easier, making a combination. Can I move to the next question now? Please tell me. Try question number 13. Find the coefficient. Mohit, in the last, you can ask me, okay? Try solving question number 13. How many cases will be there? 2 cases. Yes, that's right. So 2 cases, I can say there are 5 brackets. So I need x cube. Maximum power of is x is square. So x square. But I cannot take x square 2 times. So I'll take minus x. And the other 3 from the other 3 bracket, triple 1. Or I can say that is x, sorry, minus x, minus x, minus x, and 1, 1, 1. Any other possibilities to get a x cube? No. So in the first case, the total number of arrangement, that will be equal to how much? Factorial 5 by factorial 3, okay, into minus x cube. Remember here, negative. And in the second case, I am getting factorial 5 by factorial 3 into factorial 2 into minus x cube. So both the terms will be negative, isn't it? So what is the coefficient of x cube? I can say add all of them. What will I answer to be? Minus 5 factorial by 3 factorial minus 5 factorial by 3 factorial into 2 factorial. Both the terms are negative, isn't it? Both the terms will be negative. So in that case, it will be factorial 5 by factorial 3. That will be equal to how much? Please tell me. 20. Minus 20 and minus 10, which is equal to minus 30. So the answer is minus 30. Any doubts to anyone? Please respond, all of you. I'll discuss the other approach also. We know that the general term माइनस एक्स क्यूब होगा ना, एक्स को अगर 3 बार मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा तो एक्स क्यूब और ये माइनस इंटू माइनस वन बी इक्वल टू माइनस ओनली, या कुछ और आएगा? टेल मी, if I multiply x 3 times, so I think I'll get x cube only, and if I multiply minus 3, so I'll get a negative term only, na? Any doubts now? But the second approach, I can say the general term, that is k into 1 for a into minus x raised for b into x square raised for c. So I can say that the value of a plus b plus c, the power, it must be equal to how much? 5. And if I solve this, then I'll get nothing. But what will I get here in this particular? Just wait. So here it says 1 raised to power a into minus x raised to power b into x square raised to power All right. So sum of all the powers must be 5. And if I solve this here, what will I get here? That is minus 1. This okay. Or I can say that is equal to basically k into okay minus 1 raised to power b. And rest all of them will be nothing but that will be positive. Yes or no? Into x raised to power b plus 2c. So the power of we need the coefficient of x cube. So it means the b plus 2c it must be equal to 3. So can you guys tell me if b plus 2c is equal to 3? So what are the possible solutions here? So if b plus 2c equal to 3, so start with the second equation. There are two variables. C is equal to 0. So c equal to 0, b is equal to 3. So a must be equal to 2. And if c is equal to 1, b will be also equal to 1. All right. And in that case, a will be equal to how much? 1 plus 1 is 2, a is equal to 3. Any other possible solution? Any other possible solution? Please tell me now. No. So if there is no possible solution, so in this case, what is the total number of arrangement? Factorial 5 by factorial 2 into factorial 3. But remember, B is what? It is very important whether B is odd or even. If it is odd, then this term will become negative. Minus 1 raised to 4 odd is negative. So I can put a minus sign. And in the second case, what is the total number of arrangement? That is factorial 5 by factorial 2. Okay, factorial 3 only. And again minus sign because b is again odd. So minus 1 is to 4 odd is this one. And if I add these two, the answer will be equal to minus 30. And that is the answer. So I hope that both the approach is clear to all of you. Any doubts to anyone now? Where did I multiply x cube in this one? अरे यार multiply करो ना. Okay, tell me one thing. If I multiply all of them, there are 5 brackets. From the 5 bracket, I pick x square, second minus x, 1, 1, 1. So इन तीनों को पांचों को multiply करके क्या आएगा? Tell me. Then only I'll get minus x cube, na? But they can arrange themselves in factor 5 by factor. So basically, I'll get minus x cube these many times. Yes or no? Nikita, please tell me. अगर मैं कहता हूं what is a plus b into a plus b, so if I pick here a and to b, so I'll get what if I multiply this one a into b, or if I say pick a into a, so what is this? This is nothing but that is equal to a square, na? But how many times I'll get? So you can arrange it here, but basically the term will be this one. This will be the term. That is the coefficient of x cube and coefficient of x cube. So is that clear to all of you? Can I move to the next slide now? So even if you are not writing this as here na x cube हटा दो इसकी जरूरत नहीं है. You can simply say that it will be negative terms will be like this one. This will be negative and this will be also negative. But both of them will be the coefficient of x cube. So that's why I've written x cube. Okay, try this. Now I'm expecting the answers, correct answer from all of you. Okay, now tell me. Uh, yes. x raised to power 6. There are 8 brackets. Yes or no? Maximum power of x is 3. So minus x cube and minus x cube. Yes or no? And from rest all of them, that is 1, 1, 1, 1, and how many ones? 6 ones. Then minus x cube. But with minus x cube, again I need x raised to power 3. That is not possible. So I think the second possibility, it is only x square, and x square. And all of them are 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Any other possibilities? Tell me now. No. In the first case, whether the product of these will be positive or negative. Tell me whether the product will be positive or negative in the first case. Plus, yes or no? It will be positive. And how many arrangements? Factorial 8 by factorial 2 into factorial 6. In the second case, product is also positive and factorial 8 by factorial 3 into factorial 5. It will be also positive. Add these two. And if I add these two, I think the answer will be comes out to be, that's right, Bhaskar, that is 84. And this is the answer. So any doubts to anyone now? Clear? I think this method is much more easier in comparison with the second approach just by making cases. Mostly you'll get 2 to 3 cases. Can't the possibilities be एक्स मुझे बताओ अगर हो सकता है x का पावर 6, बट जतिन मुझे कहीं पे x दिखाई दे रहा है, बताओ ना ब्रैकेट के अंदर कहीं पे x है, ब्रैकेट में देर आर ओनली 3 टर्म्स 1 x स्क्वायर एंड x क्यूब, तो ये तुम x कहां से लेके आ रहे हो? Both of them are equally easy, it depends upon you. Can I move to the next slide? Do I need to do it by second approach? Not necessary. Okay, now try this. Is it same question repeated? No. 1 plus x square minus x cube. Now, this is something different. Tell me, what is the answer in this case? Just for your practice. Coefficient of x raised to power 6. How many cases are there? Either you can make the equation or you can write down directly the cases. How many cases are there? 1, no. Power, okay, 5 brackets, no. Maximum power of x is 2. So minus x square, and minus x square. I'll get x to power 6. And from the 2 of the bracket, 1 and 1. Then minus x square, and I'll get 2x. Yes, that's right. Aditi is right. And then I'll get 2x and 2x, and then 1. Then minus x square, and again 2x and 2x, 2x and 2x. Sorry, I need x to power 6 now. So yes, 2x. Any other possibilities? No, these are the only 3 possibilities. Now, in the first case, whether the product is positive or negative, that you need to be careful. Positive or negative? Negative. And that is factorial 5 by factorial 3 into factorial 2. Second case, product is positive or negative? Positive. But factorial 5 by factorial 2 into factorial 2. Third case, product is positive or negative? Negative. So minus 5 factorial upon. I can think there are 4 like terms, 4 factorial. So add all of them. The answer will be comes out to be 30. This will be the final answer. Okay. Just add all of them. So can I move to the next question if this is clear to all of you? No, second case not multiplied by 4 because there are 2 and 2 now. I think Coefficient 2, the second case multiplied by 4. Why, Anita? Just a minute, one by one. The second case multiplied by 4. No, just wait. Hmm? Oh, oh yes, yes. That's just wait. I think yes, that's right. That's right. This will be into 2 raised to power 2 square, because 2 into 2, that will give me 2 square also. That's right. That will be 2 square also. Perfect. Okay. Here it will be 2 raised to power 4 in the third case. Yes, that's right. That is 2 raised to power 4. So into 2 raised to power 4. But the answer will be still 30. आएगा solve करके. Okay. Final answer I've given is 30 correct. Clear now? Can I move to the next slide? Please tell me. All right. Let's move on. Try this. 16. Coefficient of x raised to power 5 in this expansion. Okay. Now just see here, all of you. Okay. Let's see here. How many cases are there? Just tell me that. How many cases will be there? 2 cases or 3 cases? I think 3. Power 5. So maximum power is x square. Then again I can take a 1x square, 4, and then minus x. And then minus 2, minus 2. Okay, so how many arrangement? That is factorial 5. Okay, first of all, is it positive or negative, the product? It is negative. There are 3 negative terms. So minus, okay, and factorial 5 upon how much? That is equal to factorial 2 into factorial 2 and into 2 square. Is that clear to all of you? Into 2 square. And it will be negative. Now next, x square minus x minus x minus x and minus 2. So here the product will be again negative into. So I'll write down minus 1 into factorial 5 by factorial 3 into. अच्छा positive आएगा, that's right. 4 negative terms are there, so positive. So factorial 5 by factorial 3 into only 2. Okay. And in the last case, that is minus x minus x minus x minus x and minus x. So product is definitely negative, minus 1 into how much? Factorial 5 by factorial 5 and into 1 raised to power 5. That is basically 1. So just add all of them, the answer will be equal to minus 81. This is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? Can I move to the next question now? Now I hope that you all are comfortable with such type of questions. Let's try to do it this one. Slightly difficult one. Okay. First of all, tell me what is the total number of terms. That is very easy to identify. No, not 25. Now, here I am starting with x raised to power 1. So the minimum power of x, I'll get 4. What is the minimum power of x if I open the bracket? Can I say x raised to power 4? And maximum x raised to power 24. So 4 to 24, how many terms are there? 4 to 24, how many terms are there? 21. So the answer is 21. Is that clear to all of you? I'll write down. If you take out x as common here, so I'll take x as common into 1 plus x square plus x cube plus x raised to power 4 plus x raised to power 5 and raised to power 4. So this is x raised to power 4 into 1 plus x square and up till x raised to power 5 raised to power 4. So what is the number of terms in this case? So number of terms, it is equal to 5 into 4 plus 1, which is equal to 21. And all these 21 terms will be multiplied by x raised to power 4, but the number of terms will still remain same. So the total number of terms is 21. Remember that formula will be applicable only if it is starting from 1. Okay. Other logic you can have done in this way. The minimum power of x will be 4 and the maximum power of x will be 24. So 4 to 24, there are 21 terms. And all the powers I'll get x square, x cube, x to the power 4, 5, 6. All the possible combinations are clear. Any doubts for anyone now? Please tell me. No. Now I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 13. So power 13, how we can do the power 13, that we need to see. Okay. So power 13, how can we take the power 13? How many cases are there? I think if I start with 6 and 6, 12. Okay. 6 and 6 so possible nahi hai. 6, 5 and then something like that. Okay. Now one of the way probably that, yes, 6 plus 6, 12 is 13. But from the fourth bracket, there is no constant term. Guys, remember, Avinash, there is no constant term. Yes, I think Avinash is right. There is no constant term. Na? Like, I can say there are 6 bracket, isn't it? Sorry, 4 bracket. So in the 4 bracket, need the term to be 13. So from the first bracket, I can take probably 1. Minimum 1 to lenge because x raised to power 1 is available. Yes or no? Or if I say that is equal to x raised to power 6, maximum x raised to power 6. 6 plus 6 is 12 and then x and 1. Is that possible? No, that won't be possible. So probably I can say that is equal to x raised to power 6 and then if I say x raised to power 5, move in decreasing order. 6 plus 5 is equal to how much? Please tell me. 11. And then x and x. Is that clear to all of you? X raised to power 6, x raised to power 5 and then x and x total will be 13. Yes or no? Then I can say x raised to power 6 and x raised to power 4. Alright? X raised to power 4 from here. And then again, how many cases are possible? So x raised to power 4 plus 6 plus 4 is 10. I need 3 also. So I'll take probably x square and x. Is that clear to all of you? Or it's just like writing, it is just like, can I say, writing 10 as 13 as a sum of 4 natural number. I can say x raised to power 6. Then I can say this is x cube. 6 plus 3 is 9. We need 4 or more. So 4 more. So I can say probably x cube and 1 and then x square and x square. But don't you think there will be a lot of possibilities will be there, isn't it? So 3, 3 and 1 here. So what I can do here is that instead of doing it in this way, we know that there are 4 brackets. Okay, that is x plus x square and so on till x raised to power 6. From x plus x square and so on till x raised to power 6. And x plus x square and so on till x raised to power 6. And then x plus x square and so on till x raised to power 6. Okay, so I can take here, from the first bracket, I am taking power of x as a. From the second bracket, I am taking power of excess b, and from the third bracket, I am taking power of excess c, and from the fourth bracket, I am taking power of excess d. And if I multiply this, I'll get nothing but that is x raised to power a plus b plus c plus d. And this should be equal to x raised to power 13 because I need to find out the coefficient of x raised to power 13. Isn't it? Please tell me yes or no. So basically, we need that the value of a plus b plus c plus d, it is equal to 13. I need to solve. And the restriction is that a, b, c, and d, all of them should lie in the range 1 to 6. All of the values a, b, c, d, all of them should lie in the range 1 to 6. Is that part clear to all of you? So one of the way that you can start writing the cases like, or can I use the funda of inclusion exclusion principle or the method which we had discussed in the PNC? If there is an upper limit and if there is a lower limit, then how to find the integral solution? Yes or no? We can find out how many solutions this equation has got. And that will give me the coefficient also. So how many solutions will get here? Okay. Now minimum value is 1. So A I can write down this is equal to 1 plus x. B is equal to 1 plus y. C is equal to 1 plus z. And D is equal to nothing but 1 plus w, which is equal to 30. So I'll get that is x plus y plus z plus w, which is equal to 9. Whereas the value of x, y, z, and w, all of them are lying in the range 0 to 5. Any doubts to anyone? Please tell me now. All right. So now, in this case, total number of solutions, if there is no restriction, can you say that will be equal to 12C3? Please tell me. Minus, subtract all the cases in which any of the variable is at least 6. So if x is greater than equal to 6, how many solutions this equation has got? If x is greater than equal to 6, how many solutions this equation has got? Tell me. 10C3. No. If x is greater than equal to 6, so give out of 9 chocolates, give 6 chocolates to x. So we are left out with 4 variables, so 3 partitions, 6C3. So that is 4 cases, and in each of the cases that will be 6C3. Minus 2 of the variable, out of 4 variables, 2 of the variable is more than equal to 6. Is that possible? Can 2 of the variable more than equal? 5 is allowed. So I'm saying greater than 5 is same as greater than equal to 6, Sai. Greater than 5, it means that is same as greater than equal to 6. Na? So minus 4C2 into 0 plus 4C3 into 0 and so on. All of them will be 0. So if you solve this, the answer will be comes out to be 140, and this is the answer. So any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. So those who have not studied this thing, out of 9, if I find out the total number of solutions, 3 partitions, so 9 plus 3 is 12, so 12C3. Now, I need to subtract all the cases in which any of the variable is more than 5 or if it is at least 6. So if x is greater than equal to 6, so out of 9 chocolates, give 6 chocolate to x. We are left out with 3 chocolates. Now 3 chocolates among 4 person, 3 chocolates, 4 person means 3 partition. So 3 plus 3 is 6. So that's why it is 63. Is that clear now? So any other doubts now, guys, please tell me. No. So can I move to the next question? Otherwise, you can do the case work by case also. I do not know how many cases will we be getting. किसी ने किया है case by case? All right, try this one. This question was asked in CAT 2013. Now, there are a lot of ways here, but the easiest way I'm telling you, that is a cube b raised to power 4 c raised to power 5. Okay, and there is a symmetry, isn't it? So in this case, if I take out here, this is bc plus ca plus ab raised to power 6, isn't it? So if I take out here ABC as common, so can I say this is ABC into 1 by A plus 1 by B in plus 1 by C and raised to power 6? Yes or no? So that will be equal to A raised to power 6, B raised to power 6, C raised to power 6 into 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C raised to power 6. So I can rearrange this equation in this way. Any doubts to anyone? Please tell me. Tell the step. Now, we need to find out the coefficient of A cube. A cube b raised to power 4 c raised to power 5. So can we say this equation is same as a raised to power 6 into b raised to power 6 into c raised to power 6 upon how much? A cube into b square into c. So which is equal to a raised to power 6 b raised to power 6 into c raised to power 6 into 1 upon a cube into 1 by b square into 1 by c. Now the things will become very easy. So basically we need to find out what? We need to find out the coefficient of this in the expansion of this. Yes, and because this term in any case it will be comes out to be outside here, so it will be multiplied. So is this clear to all of you? So from here there are 6 brackets. From the 6 bracket I need 1 by a 3 times, isn't it? We need 1 by a 3 times. So 1 by a into 1 by a into 1 by a, 1 by b 2 times, 1 by b into 1 by b, and 1 by c once 1 by c. So what is the answer? Answer is factorial 6 by factorial 3 into factorial 2, which will be equal to 60, and this is the answer. So any doubts to anyone now? Please respond. So can I move to the next slide? Try this. Basically, we need to find out the coefficient. Yes, of course you can do it. Try karna at home. That is a homework for you. You just need to check that which combination will give me this. If I go, I need the power of A at 6 ना, तो कैसे आ सकता है? Power of B is 4, power of C is 5. So what combination can give me this? Now tell me about this. Same logic as in the previous question. It's a symmetry. So if I take out ABCD as common, so this is ABC plus ABD plus ACD plus BCD raised to power 10. And if I take out ABCD as common, raised to power 10 common. So into क्या आ जाएगा? That is 1 by D. Okay. Or I can say, I'll write down in one sequence, that is 1 by A plus 1 by B plus 1 by C plus 1 by D raised to power 10. Any doubts to anyone? Till this step, please tell me. No. And we need to find out the coefficient of what term? That is A raised to power 8 into B raised to power 4 into C raised to power 9 into D raised to power 9. If I write down in the form of a reciprocal, the making the cases will be become easy. So this is A raised to power 10 into B raised to power 10 into C raised to power 10 into D raised to power 10. I need A raised to power 8, so it means into 1 by A square. B raised to power 4 means 1 upon B raised to power 6. C raised to power 9 means 1 by C into 1 by. So what is the answer? Factorial 10 by A square 2 times, so 2 factorial, B 6 times, sorry, A 2 times, B 6 times, so factorial 6, and factorial 1 into factorial. So if you solve this, this will be 2520. This is the value of n. And the question is, what is the sum of the digits of n? So sum of digits of n, it will be equal to 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 0, which is 9. So I hope that this is clear to all of you. Any doubt? 18, 19 fields, similar question. Only the number of variables are changed. Okay. Now try this. That does not contain the variable x means what? That does not contain the variable x means what? Constant term. Yes. So that does not contain the variable x means I need to find out the constant term. Does not contain the variable x means I need to find out the constant term. Or can I say basically I need to find out coefficient of x raised to power 0? Yes or no? That is coefficient. The other way, coefficient of x raised to power 0. Then there will be no variable x. So what is the general term here? So if I need coefficient of x to be, there are 10 brackets now. So I say general term will be k into x square raised to power a into x raised to power b into 1 by x raised to power c. So this will be equal to nothing. And here I can say a plus b plus c is definitely equal to 10. And this is equal to k into x raised to power 2a plus b minus c. Now remember 1 by x means x raised to power minus c, x raised to power minus c. And this term 2a plus b minus c, it has to be equal to 0. 2a plus b minus c, it has to be equal to 0. Okay. So if I solve this equation, if I add these two, I get that is equal to 3a plus 2b, which is equal to 10. So now tell me, what are the possible values of a, b, and c? 3a plus 2b equal to 10. So maximum value of a is how much? Or if a is equal to 0, b is equal to 5. Isn't it? A equal to 0, b is equal to 5. Alright. Then a is equal to 2 and b is also equal to 2. That's right. Any other possible solution? 3 plus 2b equal to 10. A is equal to 0, b is equal to 5. After that, a will be 0 plus 2 is 2 and this one. B will be negative. So these are the two possible values. In the first case, a is 0, b equal to 5. So c should be also 5 because the sum of these three variables is 10. And in the second case, c is equal to 4. Alright. So now I need to just pick the arrangement. So how many ways to arrange here? That is total 10 factorial. 10 factorial upon factorial 5 into factorial 5. In this case, how many ways I can arrange? Yes, 2 plus 2 is 4, 4 plus 4 is 6. That's right, Bhaskar. 2 plus 2 is 4, so C is equal to 6. So I can say this is factorial 10 upon factorial 2 into factorial 2 into factorial 6. And add these two. So if you add these two, the answer will be 1512. So any doubts now, please respond. But in that case, you need to see how many ways I can get the product as 1. So yes, definitely we can do. But 10 brackets, so there are 10 brackets, so might be difficult to find out how many cases are possible. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question, 21. Try this. This is a typical XAT type question. find the sum of rational terms here. Now, what is the general term? The general term will be k into root 2 raised to power a into cube root of 3 raised to power b into 6 root of 5 raised to power c. So, which is equal to k into 2 raised to power a by 2 into 3 raised to power b by 3 and c raised to power, sorry, 5 raised to power c by 6. And also we know that the value of a plus b plus c, it has to be equal to 10. Now tell me one thing, if it is a rational number, for the number to be rational, the power, it must be integer, yes or no? Power must be integer. So what about a? Can I say a must be a multiple of 2? It has to be even number. What about b? It has to be a multiple of 3. Yes or no? And what about c? It has to be a multiple of 6. Isn't it? Then only all the powers will be integer. And if the powers are integer, then only I'll get a rational terms. Otherwise, it will be always irrational. So I need to solve this here. So you can start. C has to be a multiple of 6. So C has to be a multiple of 6. There are only two possibilities. Either C is equal to 0 or C is equal to 6. Yes or no? Any other possibilities? If C is a multiple of 6? No. Now, A plus B is equal to 10. In the first case, when C is 0, A plus B is equal to 10. And B has to be a multiple of 3. So I think there is one case when B is equal to 0 and A is equal to 10. Yes or no? And remember, A has to be also even number. A be even number होना चाहिए. When I take B equal to 3, A will be 7. Not is that is not possible. So other possibility is B is equal to 6 and A is equal to 4 and C is equal to 0. Is that clear? Please tell me now. And when C is equal to 6, A plus B is equal to 4 and A is 3. A has to be even number. So only possibility is A is 4 and B is equal to 0. So these are the only three possible solutions. Any doubts to anyone now? Please tell me. No. So in this case, if I arrange themselves, that is factorial 10 by factorial what? Factorial 10 by how much? एक ही केस होगा ना, that is only one arrangement, yes. So factorial 10 by all the 10 are same thing. So it will be, there will be exactly one case I can write down instead of this directly one. Now, but also remember one thing, here A is equal to 10. So I'll get nothing but that will be equal to 2 raised to power 10 by 2. B is 0, so 3 raised to power 0 by 3. And C is also 0, so 5 raised to power 0 by 6. And into 1, there is only one arrangement. In the second case, A is equal to 4, so it means 2 raised to power 4 by 2. B is equal to 6, so 3 raised to power 6 by 3. And 5 raised to power 0 by 6. And into factorial 10 by factorial 4 into factorial 6. Okay, and in this case, A is 4, so that is 2 raised to power 4 by 2. B is equal to 0, so 3 raised to power 0 by 3. C is equal to 6, so 5 raised to power 6 by 6. And into factorial 10 by factorial 4 into factorial 6. And add all of them. Because I need to find out the sum of all the rational terms. So it means I need to add all of them. Whatever the coefficients are there, I need to add all of them. No? Okay. So add all of them. So you'll get the answer. I'm writing directly answer. That will be 6,750. That will be the final answer. Is that clear to all of you? Please respond. Any doubt? Can I move to the next question? Now try this. There are two more questions. They are very easy. What is the sum of coefficient? Find the sum of coefficient in x plus 2y plus z raised to power 10. What is the sum of all the coefficients here? Now remember, to find the sum of coefficient, always there is only one thing. Put all variable equal to 1. Put all the variable, that is x equal to y equal to z equal to 1. Because if I put all the variable equal to 1, so I'll automatically get all the coefficient. So the answer is 1 plus 2 plus 1 is to power 10, which is equal to 4 is to power 10. And that is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now in this question? Please tell me. So can I move to the next question? Try this. If the sum of coefficient in this expansion vanishes, what does this mean? Vanishes means that the sum of the coefficients should be equal to how much? 0. That's so now from this, it basically means that the sum of the coefficient is 0. So sum of coefficient, it is equal to 0, and then the sum of the coefficient is 0. Put equal to 1. All the variable equal to 1. So I'll get a square minus 2a plus 1 raised to power, or a, I think it is alpha, not a. So raised to power 1, it is equal to 0. So I'll get it is a minus 1 whole square. It is equal to 0. So this implies a is equal to 1. This is the answer. Is that clear to all of you? I think it's not a, but it is alpha. Let me represent it by alpha. Alpha square minus 2 plus 1. So I'll get alpha minus 4 square, it is equal to 0. Power 51 is redundant. Okay, so alpha is equal to definitely 1. Can I move to the next question? Yes. So also after one of the year, maybe I think 2012 or 13. You can't see. Okay, just wait. Can you see the questions now? Yes, so please try. Try now, all of you. Anyway, this is the last question. Basically, if you observe here, can I say I need to find out the sum of all the even coefficient, yes or no? A0, A2. So AC logic here, there must be two equations. And I need to subtract those two equations here. So put first of all x equal to 1. If I put x equal to 1, what will I get here? Left hand side, 1 minus 1 is 0, and I'll get 1, isn't it? That is 1. So I can write down 1 minus 1 plus 1 square raised to power n. So put that will be equal to a0 plus a1 plus a2 plus a3 up till so on till a2n. Next, put x equal to minus 1. So I'll get 1 plus 1 and plus minus 1. plus minus 1 का whole square raised to power n, and alternate, that is a0 minus a1 plus a2 minus a3 and so on till a2n. Now what do I need to do? Add or subtract? I am coming to that point also. I am coming to that shortcut also. Okay, just add. So if I add here 1 plus 3 raised to power n, and that will be equal to twice of a0 plus a2 plus a4 and so on till a2n. So my answer is 1 plus 3 raised to power n by 2. Divide both the sides by 2. It is a0 plus a2 plus a4 and so on till a2. So this is the answer. Any doubts to anyone now? This is a common approach by x equal to 1 and minus 1, so that the terms will get. Other approach is done by options. If the result is must be true for values of n, yes or no, must be true for any values of n. So put x equal to 0. So if I put x equal to 0 on the right hand side, I'll get only one term, which is a0. Yes or no? A0 means, all right. And left hand side, if I put x equal to 0, I'll get 1. So a0 is equal to 1. A0 is equal to 1. So it means in this equation, if I put n equal to 0, the answer should be 1. So put n equal to 0 in the first equation. 3 raised to power 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 by 2 is 1. First option is satisfied. Second option, n equal to 0, 3 raised to power 0, 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So option B is giving us 0, not possible. Option C is also giving us 0, not possible. And option D is giving us how much? 1.5, which is also not possible. So the only possible answer is A. So just by putting x equal to 0, we are getting a0 equal to 1, means sum of only one term is 1. And there is only one option which is satisfying, so the answer is option A. Clear now? Any doubts to anyone else? Alright. So that completes our multinomial theorem also. And whatever the questions which we have discussed, that is more than sufficient. इसके अलावा there is no other possible variations and everything. Alright. So good night to all of you. In case if still anyone has doubt, please ask me. Alright guys, so see you all tomorrow. Good night. Yes. Tomorrow we'll be doing binomial theorem. Alright.
Music